So Victor James Osimhen is doing everything that he can to try and sort out his future in the next coming days. And there've been a couple of updates coming out on that front. One of the most interesting one that has just come out recently is the fact that one of his suitors in Saudi Arabia, club that goes by the name Al Hilal, has now given him a deadline until Friday for Victor Osimhen to respond to them, and tell them if he wants the deal that they are offering on the table for him, or if he doesn't want it, maybe they can move forward and look for someone else. So based on the report, Al Hilal actually offered Victor Osimhen a 3-year deal that's worth 30 million euros per season, which has been on the table for a couple of days, but Victor Osimhen hasn't really given a green light for this move to be done. And the main reason is that, again, we've talked about this before, Victor Osimhen prioritized playing in Europe's, playing in one of Europe's top 5 leagues, and staying consistently in the spotlight, where he can be seen and play in the best leagues, the Champions League, the Premier League, and all of the other 5 major leagues. This is his preference. But again, there's all of these stories that none of these clubs are actually willing to offer Victor Osimhen a contract because of a couple of reasons. One, his salary, which a lot of the clubs that are interested, like Chelsea, Man U, even Arsenal, have complained that the salary is way too much, particularly with Chelsea. Chelsea, were one of the guys that were really close last season to sign him, but his salary was way too much, and Osimhen wasn't willing to reduce his salary. That was part of the issue that actually broke down. And as a matter of fact, Chelsea legend John Mikel Obi, and there's also a rumor that P Square, Peter of P Square, was also trying to get that one across the line with John Mikel Obi, because P Square revealed that he and Osimhen and Mikel had a 3-way call where they tried to persuade him, and at the end of the day he agreed and all of that, but it broke down because Chelsea later backed down and were unable to finish the deal. And if you look at Chelsea right now, it seems that they are not very interested in signing Victor Osimhen anymore, because they've got a new young striker, Liam Delap, who they just completed his signature a couple of hours ago. They've even announced him on their official, website and social media. So this definitely, I'm sure, if Osimhen is saying it, he is going to remove his mind from Chelsea as one of the options that he's considering to move right now. But Chelsea are still saying that they are in the market trying to get a new experienced striker. Some are saying there's still a possibility that they might still sign Osimhen to join the lab, and others are saying, other reports are saying that it's Victor Gyökeres that they want to sign, not Victor Osimhen. So this has become a sort of issue right now, in terms of Victor Osimhen completing a move very quickly. Arsenal haven't really showed any interest in the last couple of days for Victor Osimhen, and then Manchester United, they also haven't really shown any serious interest regarding signing Victor Osimhen, and that just leaves him with this option of accepting the 30 million euros deal a year and signing a 3-year contract with Al Hilal, and then moving over to Saudi Arabia to play his football for next season. This is the only concrete option that is on the tables of Victor Osimhen and his agent, and he might well take this offer and just say goodbye to European football and then move over to Saudi Arabia. And if this happens, it's probably not going to be the best idea from Victor Osimhen deciding to go to Saudi Arabia. But I also think it's not going to be the worst idea, because Osimhen will not be the first, neither will he be the last top player moving from Europe to Saudi Arabia. We've seen a ton of players. the Mane, the Brozovic, the Ronaldo, Laporte, all of these guys, Kante as well. All of them going to Saudi Arabia. So uh, I do not think that Osimhen going to Saudi Arabia is such a serious issue. Where you would say, okay, he's going to kill his career by moving there. Especially considering that the options that he has right now is just very limited. It's only this Al Hilal that are showing concrete interest. But one person is not very happy with the development of Osimhen transfer right now, and it's uh, one man that has always canvassed support for his former club to buy Victor Osimhen. I'm talking about John Mikel Obi. He came out to say some things about this deal, literally saying that it's going to be a shame if Victor Osimhen finally goes to Saudi Arabia, because he is such a talent that is in his best days, in his best career days, that he should be playing in Europe in the EPL. He should be trying himself in the EPL, conquer it, and then he can think about going elsewhere. Mikel Obi says, I hope there is still a Premier League move for him this summer. I don't want to see Osimhen in Saudi right now because he still has so much to offer in Europe. It would be a shame to see him go there. So maybe Arsenal, United, Juventus, and PSG too are his options. Let's see what happens. That's where Mikel Obi concluded it. But there's another legend of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, this time JJ Okocha, also weighing into Victor Osimhen's future. For Okocha, he feels that there is no need to change what is not broken. If Victor Osimhen had a good time at Galatasaray and the fans loved him, he broke a lot of records there, won a couple of trophies, then he should consider staying at Galatasaray. He should try to force a move, for Galatasaray to sign him on a permanent basis, of which Galatasaray have expressed their interest in signing him on a permanent basis. So it's not like it's not like the club is not interested. But I think it majorly lies on what Victor Osimhen wants. He said it. He had a good time at Galatasaray, the love, the connection, and everything. But he wants to fulfill his dream, which is playing in the EPL and other, major leagues in the world. But Okocha feels those fantasies are not really that important, so long as you are in a club whereby you're enjoying yourself, you're secure, your family is secured, you're playing football, the fans love you, you're delivering on the pitch. That is what should be more important. That should be the priority. So just to give you what Okocha said in his own words, he said Turkey is a great place to play and live. Sometimes you may need to make sacrifices when making decisions in football. Osimhen had a great season at Galatasaray. Ultimately, he is happy there. Why shouldn't he stay with the team? I love Turkey. He loves it too. Okocha ending with the fact that he loved Turkey. When he played at I think Charles Bonsor. I think he played for Charles Bonsor, and he talked about the experiences that it was really good, and he also feels that Osimhen feels the same way about Turkey. But it's going to be very big, the events that will be unraveling in this Victor Osimhen saga in the coming days. We'll see where he finally ends up going. Will it be the EPL or perhaps the French League, or maybe Osimhen decides to accept the Al Hilal deal, get a big bank check and then move over to Saudi Arabia and risk, his dreams of playing in the biggest leagues.